Hello and welcome to Comics Unlimited. Today we're going to be talking about Batman and the Phantom Stranger. What a great combination.
Welcome to the Comics Unlimited podcast with your hosts, Glenn B. Fleming and Ted Davis.
Hello, everybody. My name's Ted Davies, and I want to welcome you to Comics Unlimited. I am an artist and author, best known for my books Retrieve and Grim 101, soon many others. And who's the gentleman that is next to me here?
I am Glenn Fleming. I'm a writer, artist, and publisher. I'm in cahoots with the guy with the yellow hat on Comics Unlimited magazine. And I'm also the creator of Hatch, which I believe we'll be talking about shortly.
Yes, absolutely. We want to talk to everybody about Comics Unlimited and what we offer. Comics Unlimited is a magazine that pretty much talks about the ins and outs of comics, history, and what's coming up soon on the indie front. Just as far as publishing goes, though, this is I think it's probably one of the best mainstays. If you're a collector, definitely check out what we're doing with Comics Unlimited, and we will bring up that the website here in a second. You can purchase this on Amazon, both in media form or in I should say multimedia form and in paperback. So you can check that out in a second. We want to talk about Cashman's Comics too. Thank you, John Cashman, for sponsoring this show. Check out everything Cashman's Comics doing in Bay City. Say hello to Petey the guard dog if you are lucky enough to go to the store, and check out everything that Cashman's is doing. If you've got comics needs, they can definitely, if I can talk, fill them. So, and it will ship worldwide as long as you pay for the product and the shipping. Okay, so let's get over here to the banners, and we will run. Everything is going to be available on Glenn B. Fleming's Amazon website. So check out everything we're doing, Comics Unlimited. We have the next one coming out. This is number 11. Number 12 is coming out 1st of April.
Yeah, end of March, 1st of April. Yeah, around that time.
Yep. So make sure. So if you've got a collector, or if you've got a person that loves comics, or just getting into comics, check out what we're doing with it, because I think you're going to be pretty amazed with what we have.
It really is a good place for anybody to go to, and a beginner, as you say, because they can learn a lot from this stuff. Great articles. And as I said last week, we've got 300 years of history to go at, so we're never going to run out of stuff to do.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, yeah. But there's some fantastic artwork in there, such as that beautiful Ian Gibson Halo Jones cover.
Yes, it is.
Which has just been re-released colored, I believe. But I prefer the black and white. But it's just a fantastic drawing.
It is, and I know that we've got a slew of different articles too, different people that write. Then we've got some definitely a mainstay writers as well. But it's just a really it's a well-rounded publication. One of the publications that's also well-rounded, if I can say that 5 times fast, is Hatch too. What's up? Let me bring this up a little bit more. There we go. If I can get this just right. This is going to be offered on Indiegogo.
The campaign is probably going to be at the end of the month as well, a couple of weeks' time. I'm just finalizing it now. And you apart from that, you can also get the chance to own this. How good is that?
The pottery.
Look at that.
It's a ceramic?
It's a ceramic hatch. There he is. Look, it's fantastic. This is made by my wife, because she's a ceramic artist, and she made this.
That's awesome.
And you get a chance to purchase this on the Indiegogo campaign.
Fantastic. Looking forward to that. And I will put up the Indiegogo link as well in the description and through the course of the conversation too. This is pre-recorded, of course. If you guys are listening to us on audio for Ted Davies Artistry, switch over to the YouTube channel so you can see us and be part of that. So Ted Davies Artistry, like and subscribe. We'd love to have you part of Ted's tribe. Today we're going to be talking about something that's close to my heart. I mean, I really like Neal Adams's artwork. And I know that there's, we've been talking about that over the course of the year. Unfortunately, Neal moved on last year. I don't know what the date was. I know that we talked about it in the book. It was in Comics Unlimited number 9. We talked about that.
Go ahead. Is that about 1971-ish? I think that's from.
This one's 1970, actually.
Well, there you go.
You know,
Ish.
it's my age, actually older than me. So by a year. So, but yeah, we're gonna go through this. I'm looking forward to it because I don't know. You and I are both not huge DC fans. I am about
No.
Batman. I really like Batman. It's kind of been a mainstay for me. But the biggest thing with DC is uh, their storylines are really hitting a lot of, especially with everything going on with the movies now. Um, they're becoming more valuable, and I think that it's a really important thing to talk about, especially when they've got the mix-ups, when they got the mashups with a few different characters, Batman and the Phantom Stranger. And the Phantom Stranger is an interesting character. I don't know a whole lot about him, so if you guys jump in on the comments,
Well,
let
I
me
know
know what you know. You know,
he was first published in 1952, created
okay,
by Carmine Infantino and John Broome. So I've not seen those issues, but I think if that's from 1970, that means he's nearly 20 years old when he was
yeah.
reintroduced.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know a lot about him. I know what were you saying earlier that when
Well,
there's
apparently, when there's some paranormal activity in that, he shows up. I mean, I don't know if he's again. I'm still learning about him, though. I've got a few different comics that I haven't read, but I've got him in them, and I don't know if he defends against them or if there's some paranormal activity that he's uh, he's controlling it, kind of like a Ghostbuster. I don't know, so I'm going to check that out. Anybody that has any information on him, though, let us know. We're mainly talking about. I really wanted to talk about the structure of the composition of the artwork throughout the book. Neil did the cover as we were talking about. Great cover. Love this
yeah,
cover.
it's fabulous, isn't it?
Um,
Again,
but
if I can just say, it touches.
yeah,
Remember last week when I said about the angle of the floor
yes,
helping the circle? There's a perfect example again.
yes, absolutely.
Cloak leading to the hand down to the arms, and all the arms
Hmm.
are going up his leg and everything,
Hmm.
everything there. And even Robin's cloak comes up and points to him. You know, it's just so beautifully done.
Spot on, right?
I love
Just
the way
yeah,
Batman's head's being tugged and he's missing his own logo.
right,
So he's
right.
not covering it up. Brilliant.
Brilliant, always
Yeah.
brilliant. All right, arise ye ghosts of Gotham. So I wanted to show you this too. Let me
Look at
bring this
that.
over.
Wow.
Look at the submarine, the
Oh
advertisement.
yeah. Look at that.
7-foot
I
submarine,
Yeah.
Polaris nuclear sub,
For
over 7 feet long.
6.98.
Right, right.
What
Just crazy.
the submarines cost $1 billion, and this one costs
Oh,
698.
right, and you can have it for your house at home. This was actually this is actually the Brave and the Bold series, and it was produced in May of 1970. So it's actually 1 year older than me. So it's
Wow.
53 years. Yeah, it's an amazing book, though. It's an amazing shape, part of my collection, and I don't want to crease these things. The story was by Bob Haney, and the art is by the interior art is by Ross Andrew, I guess, and Mike
Yep.
Esposito. So,
Right.
um, it's classic. It's classic Batman. This is after the TV series too was out in the '60s. So there's again the blue. This is the Batman that I grew up with. The blues, the
Yeah.
gray,
Yeah. And the
yellow
yellow
belt.
is,
You
yeah.
know, it's interesting. The word bubbles. I mean, you tell me. I mean, you've been in this a hell of a lot longer than I have. Tell me about when we're looking at composition and that, what do you really look for? I mean, you've got 5, 6 panels, 5-panel structure.
I yeah, I
Does this
think sorry, go on.
does this look like it's just too generic, or is it
Well,
or is it
yeah,
true
well
storytelling?
well, I think it's a bit of both. I mean, it's all there, isn't it? You can see, but it seems a bit wordy to me. That's
Mm,
just me speaking as an artist.
mhm.
I mean, if you look at that bottom left-hand panel on the left-hand page where
Yep.
he's preaching, um, I don't know whether there was anything under those word bubbles, anything drawn significant, but it makes you wonder. But
Yeah.
I just wonder if maybe he's working to a script. I don't know because it just seems so wordy.
Yeah,
Um,
there's a lot of text on this.
it's
A
like
lot.
he's filled every little empty space with something. I
Right.
don't know. I don't know. It seems very wordy.
It's always been a turn off for me. But
Yeah.
I'm an artist though first, you know, and
Well,
that's
that's why I stopped reading Claremont, because
yeah.
it was like reading a book. I mean, look at that top left panel there. Look at that bubble there. I mean, what was it,
Takes up
Stanley?
half the page.
What was it Stanley said? Was it 30 words to a bubble, never more, or something, or
Yeah.
15 or something?
Yeah.
It's like, because I think that Stanley's a master of this, the dialogue, because he writes it. It has to be shorthand, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's in
Because
blurps versus
you've got
paragraphs.
you've got no space to put those words in, even though they've found them, proving me wrong. But do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's too wordy. I don't think I'd bother with that myself, because the artwork isn't very exciting for me.
No, it isn't for me either.
And it's too wordy.
And that could be the sign of the times too. I don't know. I mean, this is more interesting to me. You know, that layout with that particular
Isn't that weird? It's only 2/3 of a page, though. Isn't that weird?
Yes, it is. It's bizarre.
That's not good, is it? That's editorial going too far. That's not good at all.
No.
You know, I've bought a comic book, not an information manual.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, exactly.
Because for me, what they should, I would, if I'd have been the editor on this, I would have had that a full page of art and put that block of whatever it's about on the letters page.
Right. And this is, I mean, we've got a Dear Editor page here too, which I don't think I've seen any of that in any modern comics at all. Brave and the Bold Mailbag. Like I said, if you guys know more about this comic, let us know the in-depth structure of the story or anything else. This almost looks like pot leaves over here, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. Again, the advertisements do amazing. The colors are so good in this. I'm really glad I kept this this copy. Beautiful.
So like a lot of purples in there, type of.
Yeah. But even this structure's better. I mean, this is a little bit more entertaining once the Phantom Stranger gets brought in.
Isn't Mike Esposito Jim Mooney? Is that one of his pseudonyms? You know, Jim Mooney used to draw Spider-Man and ink Spider-Man on Romita, and I think Mike Esposito is his real name.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, if you guys know, let us know in the comments, because that's fascinating. I don't. There's a lot of them did that, didn't they? They changed their names when they crossed over to different. Was it between Marvel and DC, or just?
I think it was probably anywhere they went.
Even Kirby did that, right?
He certainly did. Yeah, he was doing several things. Yeah.
What is it? What was his pen name? Eduardo something? Well, I forget now.
Kirby.
I thought it was. Yeah.
He had Jack Curtis. I can't remember, but he had quite a few.
I know that there was one. I thought I had another. I'll check in one of my comics here, because I thought it was Eduardo or something, but I'll double check. Anybody knows, let us know in the comments. But again, we're back to the structure again. It's very tight, you know, and I don't know. It almost ruins the art for me. And a lot of it's too compartmentalized, you know.
I was wrong. Jim Mooney isn't Mike Esposito, but he did have a lot of pseudonyms. So there we go.
Okay. Well, we can check it out. I'm sure that people let us know. Some of the collectors will let us know. Some of
this artwork for me, it's not clear. I don't like things like the way like on the previous page. There's got the two center panels plus the two, and they broke that the way they. I don't know. It doesn't.
It's just a lot. Yeah, it's just a lot. I don't know. I'm, and like I said, I'm all about the cover in that. You know, you're always talking about the cover selling the book, and that would have definitely sold the book to me. But I'm just interior. There's only one big live, really big splash page, right? There isn't. I mean, I enjoy this. This is cool, but I don't know. I'm just not sold on a lot of it. It's a classic. It's classic cartooning or comics, but I don't know.
It's just not very dynamic, is it?
No.
It's very,
you know, I know that there has to be story. Yeah, it has to be stories told, but still, I find the advertising. You see, advertising's more enjoyable.
You see, again, I'd have put that Jolly Roger on the top of the other one, and just
right. Absolutely. That's interesting. Interesting how I mean, but again, this is 50 years old. So do you remember, I mean, in the Fantastic Four books and that from the 60s and that, are they the same way? No, I
No,
don't,
they're not.
okay.
But they were in the mid 70s, because I remember. I think it was in Eternals when Jack was forced to bring Shield in,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
there was a trend at the center pages to
Mhm.
have two adverts at the bottom half of the page. So I don't know whether he got paid a full page rate for that or whether it was just split. I don't know. But
Was that on Eternals 1, or do you know?
no, it was later on, probably about 6 or 7.
Okay. Because I know I've got Eternals 1 here on the
Yeah,
shelf. I can crack that open and see once, maybe on another video. I'll check that
yeah,
out. But yeah, but again, like I said, it's very, very structured.
yeah.
It's contained, and I'm just not
It
I don't
doesn't do
know.
anything for
It's
me,
very,
really.
very, it's very, it doesn't flow very well
No.
for me. It's too bad because I think they missed out. They missed out on the. And again, we're only talking visual structure. We're not talking about the storytelling itself. I'm
See,
sure that
it's
with
funny
all.
that Sugar and Spike book on the next page
Yeah,
looks more dynamic than this Batman.
yeah, right, right. Very true. Very true. And I, like I said, if we read this whole story, that's not what the video is about today. But if we read it, we probably would enjoy it. It's just the overall uh, art. I'm just not feeling it. I mean, this is cool. I like this one. The shot of the
Yeah,
Batman here. That's great.
yeah.
But I'm just not the structure of it all, the way that it's laid out on the
See,
page. I'm just not. I don't know.
look at that right hand page center panel where he's punching him.
Yeah, here. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a typical DC punch, isn't it? There's
yeah,
nothing.
right,
There's not. If that had been Kirby, they'd been knocking him into the middle of next week.
right.
You know.
The punch has already happened. It,
Yes,
when
that's
it
right. Yeah,
happened last week.
yeah.
This one, the panel on top here isn't too bad, but still, it's I don't know, just not quite.
There's a lot of up ground shots.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that. They're very good, but there's a lot of that in this, I think.
yeah, absolutely. And I know we're kind of dogging on it. It's still a great comic, but it's just the structure of it, just the way it's laid out. I'm just not really jumping off the page for me.
No. It's Batman. Batman seems to be very in a closed space all the time.
Yeah,
He doesn't seem to. Maybe that's it. The panels are a little crowded, aren't they?
yeah,
There's
yeah. That's a
nobody's
spot
breathing
on.
in them.
Right.
There's that Harrison Ford there at the end.
Yeah, just about right. Just about. But
There's
again,
a-
we're that's the end of the comic there. But it's I don't know.
There's a lot of that. Do you remember on the Batman TV series when they used to tip the camera so there was funny angles?
Yes.
There's a lot of that going on in this as well.
Right.
That top left-hand panel there.
And it could just be the sign of the times. I mean, maybe that's what they. I remember these Revolutionary War soldier.
Oh yeah.
Gosh, remember the sets they would come in. Some were painted, some weren't. I mean,
you see, me and my brother used to drool over this because when we were kids getting this stuff, you couldn't send for this. You could have done, but we didn't know you could. You understand what I mean? So because I'd have got all those.
Oh, absolutely.
We had Airfix kits. They were called Airfix, and they had soldiers in, and you could paint them if you wanted. So it's
were they lead?
No, they were just plastic. They were just on from a mold.
That's cool. Yeah, these advertisements, man. It's so awesome to see the advertisements over the last 50 years. Now they've changed and everything else. Still, like I said, still a great comic, valuable comic for that as well. But I'm just not. I have to say, I'm not a big fan of the interiors.
No,
I love the cover.
Though. Cover's brilliant.
The cover's fantastic. Yeah, but there you go. I mean, that's it's not meant for everybody. And again, the collector, the true collector, the really ones that really love the artwork and love the whole medium and the storytelling might enjoy this. I don't know. But
we said last week about those covers, and I said one of them covers didn't make me buy it. Wouldn't make me pick it up. Well, that'd make me pick it up, but I probably wouldn't buy it because I'm not a Batman fan. But I think that's a really good cover.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is, and I love the logo too. I've got the Batman
Yeah,
logo that I always love that. But
it's
the
like the,
Phantom Stranger is something I definitely want to look at a little bit further
yeah.
in the scope, when we're collecting in that, because I think it's a good character. I want to know a little bit more about him. So if you guys do know more about this story, or as far as the Phantom Stranger itself, hey, let us know, because I would love to hear your take
One
on
thing
it.
about the Phantom Stranger, that it was released in 1952. By
Okay.
1970, I think Carmine was publisher of DC, wasn't he? Because he was instrumental in
Yes.
bringing Kirby over at that time. So,
Yeah.
so it makes sense that he might want to revisit one of his characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it does look like an intriguing character. It's just that
Absolutely.
I just don't. I'd have to read it. I don't know why he's tied in with Batman and
So, well,
Brave and the Bold.
yeah,
So
I guess you have to check that out.
yeah,
You can, I mean, digitally, you can check it out. You
I,
think you can find one? You could probably find one over there.
I probably could if I could be bothered.
You're just not a Batman fan.
No.
So yeah, but for all the Batman fans out there and the Phantom Stranger fans, check this one out. See what you think. Let us know what your opinion is on it. Because again, as far as structure goes, love the cover. The interiors, they seem a little cramped on it. But the story itself, like I said, I'll let you read that and let you come up with your own review on that. But as far as the structure, the layout and everything else on it, on the covers, I love it.
I'll tell you what I'd like to see. I'd like to see a slideshow of Neil Adams covers, if only to see how many he drew, because he must have drawn hundreds and hundreds of covers.
I'm sure YouTube's got to have it on there. I'm sure I would check out, see if just type in Neil Adams cover list and see what comes up.
Yeah, because he must have done a few.
I'm sure, and then I'm sure they've got it documented somewhere. I'm sure, but if anybody has any information on that, let us know in the comments. Thanks, man. That's good. I mean, like I said, it's sometimes comics aren't for everybody on the interiors and that. And sometimes the covers stink, and you love the interiors. So it's a balancing act, right?
Yeah, gotta get it right.
Yeah. But Batman's, a mainstay for me. Phantom Stranger, I'm going to learn more about. Maybe we can talk about it on Comics Unlimited in the book too. Maybe in the magazine we can do a special.
Yeah, it's just giving me an idea actually for Comics Limited. What about an article about the adverts?
Okay. Yeah, of the over the years, the decades. Yeah, absolutely. We could do a whole Comics Unlimited magazine just on adverts from the decades. I mean, man. Yeah, you guys have any input, let us know on that one. That's pretty good. So I gotta get writing, man. I got a lot going on right now. How about you? You got some drawings you're doing for Hatch and a few other things.
Yeah, I've got some things to be I'm not talking about yet, but I've got a lot of things in the fire, so to speak, a lot of irons in the fire.
In the works.
And go and sign up, and you might be able to get that.
Yes, check out the Indiegogo link that we're going to be putting in the description, and definitely check that out. It's going to be going. You guys can join it for pre-launch, and then as soon as you'll be notified as soon as it goes live.
Yeah,
and we're looking forward to that. Looking forward to it. It's a great book. I enjoy it. I'm glad that I've got the copy right here. So
yeah, and on the campaign, there is also going to be on offer 100-page art of Hatch, showing the origin of it and with text and all the old artwork that I've still got, samples of that, and it's going to go all the way through. So
it's awesome. I can't wait to see it.
It could be good.
We're going to do a live show too. Once it is live in Indiegogo, we're going to do a live event for Comics Unlimited for Hatch 2. What's up? And we'll do all that. Everybody knows where they can find us in that. And we'll let you know when it goes live and when we're going to do our live show, so you guys can premiere and be part of it. Brilliant. So thanks again, man. I'll talk to you soon. Read some more comics, man. We'll talk to you. Thanks.
Welcome to the Comics Unlimited podcast with your hosts, Glenn B. Fleming and Ted Davis.